Hello.
Okay, we're back. Okay,
Hello.
so
Yeah.
yeah, okay, interesting. So you only can buy local drugs. Interesting.
You
Um,
I think the Vietnam in China the same one. They don't have the good technology. They pay just the pay. Okay, the Vietnam the company made the medicine. Okay, the government pay the 50%. When you want a lot the outside countries the medicine. Okay, government no pay. Canada and US and Australia and EU they just the anything the medicine they pay the anything medicine just the for the
well,
government spend.
the newest medicine generally comes from U.S. or Canada. Canada and U.S. are like the number one for making medicine, and Germany. Germany is another big one. But yeah, like those three countries are like the biggest ones for medicine. Like Canada's even bigger than UK and stuff like that. It's a bit weird. I don't know why. I think it's because we're near America
I think
and we're a bit cheaper. But
the very good.
yeah. But anyways, um, so the next one I have is interesting story. A guy caused a big problem and he's trying to stay in Canada, but he's probably going to be kicked out of Canada. So the judge is saying this guy needs to go after making this huge crash in Canada with a bus. Like he's caused big problems. He was sentenced to 8 years in prison for being bad. So this guy right here. Yeah.
A lot of beer same before you.
Yeah, my big beard.
You every day start the beer or not or the 1 day 2 day
Once a week.
1 week. Okay.
My camera is kind of bad for this computer, so you can't really see my beard until like after a week. So I just shave it once a week. I'm lazy.
Once a week. Okay. A judge dismissed Apple license on the Tuesday from the truck driver who cuts the daily Hamburg Broncos bus catch and was the fighting deportation back to India.
Yeah. So he caused a big deadly crash, uh, and now the judge is like, "We're kicking you back to India. Go back home. You're not staying in Canada." Oh,
Oh, what is happened?
there we go.
Okay. Just carried name.
Yeah,
Since
name Singh Sudhat.
said who was sentenced to the 8 years in prison for the causing the 2018 2018 cuts in Saskatchewan that killed 16 people and injured just 13 another. He pleaded the Gatti too dangerous driving the change.
So he pleaded guilty. He's like, "Yep, I did it. I'm so sorry." Um, let's see if I can find it. It said Broncos bus crash. Let's see if uh, let's see if there's a picture.
Repeat.
Yeah. So that doesn't look good. Whew. Huge
Huge.
crash. Yeah. Not good. Not good. Um. Okay. So yeah, apparently that crash, that one you see here, killed 16 people and injured 13. Yeah, not good.
The local Calgary trucker and newly married permanent resident Blake stop sign at the rail intersection near is the trust there sick and drive into the path of the bus carrying the journey high key them to the play of game.
So this was really sad because um, this guy crashed into a bus with basically children, not children, like teenagers. Like we're talking 13 years old, 14 years old, and yeah, he killed like 16 children. Like not good at all, but yeah. So he just went through a stop sign and hit the people.
Said who name was
Yep.
the said who India
What's his
the
name? He's from India, right? Remember?
India the name said who was the granted the parole year liar this year and the Canada border services agency had recommended he be deported.
Yep. So he was granted parole, meaning he's allowed to leave jail and maybe help his family or blah blah blah. But he's parole normally means you can leave jail, but you have to be watched. Like you can't just sit around, do whatever you want again. However, the CBSA, the Canadian Border Service Agency, was like, "Hey, we should kick him out. We should deport him."
Okay, said whose lawyer medical green allowing 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 before the
Argued.
before the foundation and read in the state member that the border services of social student can stay see they who side purposely clean the criminal record and remorse.
Yeah. So the lawyer, his lawyer, is like, "Hey guys, don't don't kick him out. Um, he had a clean record before this. This was his first big mistake, and he showed remorse. He was very sad about this. Like he was praying for the families. He was not. It's not like he did this and was like, ah, who cares? It was just a bunch of children or whatever. He was actually trying to be a good person, but he just was really bad at driving. So please don't kick him out. That's what the lawyer's saying." Oh,
Green asked that the agency be the ordered to the conducive second the review of the case and sit the decision.
yeah. So basically saying, "Hey, I think you made a mistake here. I want you to think about this again. Don't kick him out. Can you set aside that decision? Don't kick him out and look at it again. Try to look at it again and see if he can stay here."
The facts underlying Mr. Sider's appellations to this the correct were the dividing for the everyone involved. Love. Money loves were lost another were turned apart money hopes and dreams were
Hopes and dreams.
dreams stared cheap just taste Paul Paul Paul
Paul,
Paul
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 Crampton. Paul Crampton.
Paul can write uh, right road not in this season.
So basically saying, why should we let him stay in Canada? He's a lot of lives were lost, like 16 people died, and the families of those 16 people were torn apart because that was all super sad for them. They lost their child. And these were children supposed to go to the playoffs, become hockey stars. Um, and again, families lost their brothers or sisters or whatever. Um, like he he did really bad. Like he should not be allowed to stay, essentially.
And for Lau Natalie nursing this the correct this days can change much of those trially track track uh,
Tragic.
consequence.
Yeah, consequences. So yeah, unfortunately, the court decides uh, like like kicking this guy out now doesn't change that. These people still died. This crash still happened. Unfortunately, we can't fix that, but we can maybe stop a second time of this happen. So let's make sure we do that. And with these blue ones, this is just saying that, yep, the court is trying to kick him out. And this is also talking about we need more safety for the vehicles and stuff like that. Because it was a bus and a transport truck, a big truck. So they're like, hey, we need more changes. We need things to be different.
3 points said both the officials were far in their assessment and address both said who recalled an extraordinary de- uh, degree of the genuine hit waiting remorse.
So yeah, basically saying the lawyer was saying, hey, you didn't even consider this guy. He was really sad about this. He was very heartwarming to like, I feel so bad that this happened. And he was quite genuine. Like it wasn't like he's like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry. No, he was like really sorry. Um, but now the police, the Crampton guy, he's like, no, we actually did take that into account, and we still think he should be kicked out. So, uh, yeah, they're both kind of arguing. You didn't do this. No, we actually did do this. So we're still kicking him out.
The officer this season was the apparently just fate transparent
Transparent.
transparent.
Mhm.
Transparent and
Intelligible.
intelligible. Clay Payton right. It also the real
Reflected.
and internally coherent and
Mhm.
the asynchronous chain of the indices and manifoldly and and jet with the
Engaged.
engage with the key issued listed by Mr. Sehu.
Yep. So again, Crampton's saying like, no, you're actually wrong. We took into consideration Sidhu's remorse. We took in consideration of his family and blah blah blah. Like we took everything into consideration, and we still think he needs to be kicked out. What he did was just so bad. We can't keep him here. Yeah.
Okay. He said, say who now versus Limor in India after spending years of hard work replacing life with his wife Canada.
So he sounds like he will be kicked out of Canada, which is a bit sad for him because he established his life there with his wife in Canada, and now he might have to leave after years of being there.
The judge did le say who can still ask le alarm way to say on human
Humanitarian.
and compass compassionate green.
So this is a special thing. It's humanitarian and passionate grounds, meaning some people are allowed to stay in Canada, even if they're not supposed to be allowed to, but they can stay because we think that they're good people and we think that they need to be protected, and so they can stay. So this guy can still try with that. Doesn't mean it will work, but he's still allowed to try. Again, that's the guy. Yeah.
Toby Toby Blake
Bullets.
Blake 21-year-old son Logan was killed in the cars for him moving forward decision mean the side who must stay in the prison but he doesn't want him in Canada.
Yeah. So he doesn't want the guy to be in prison because he's a bit like Canadians understand like it was an accident. However, that doesn't mean you don't get punished. So they're like, hey, we don't really want you in prison because we feel like that would be bad for you, but we don't want you in Canada. So hopefully you can leave.
We have no ill feeling toward the man. We just don't want to see him ever again. Both late told CBC from his home in the Lebledge auto.
Yeah. So this is just saying that, hey, we don't we understand it was an accident and you didn't want to kill these people, you didn't want this to happen, so like we don't hate you as a person, however we can't see you, it brings up bad memories, right? When I see you I think of my dead son, I don't want to think like that, I just want you gone.
Okay, we don't want to run into him. We don't want to have an sure incidental passing with the gentleman. We want him gone, and gone means in this case departed.
Yeah, so again, like they just said, we don't think he's a bad person, but when I see this person, it makes me sad again. My son died from this. And I every time I see him, I remember my dead son. So I don't even want to by accident see him. I don't want to be walking to the grocery store and then see him at the grocery store and then have all these bad feelings again. I just want him gone. I want him out of the country.
Okay, Chris, just for of seed or bread Although Hall's 20-year-old son Johnson was also killed in the case, had been calling for the Sehu deposit.
So yeah, Chris Joseph, he's the one who had a 20-year-old son, Jackson, die, and he's like, he's one of the guys who's like, get him out, get him out, get him out. He's the one that really wants him gone.
It's the right decision and sends the right message, just said yesterday after learning of the just reading.
So Joseph again is the guy that's like, I don't like you, I don't like you. So he's like, yes, this is a good ruling from the judge. He should kick out everyone. This is a good message. If you do something bad in Canada, you get kicked out. He's really angry. Rightfully so. His son died. Yeah.
It being the 5 years of the plan for our family and many another families for all of us. It's been a nothing pain that's never fly.
Left. So yeah, remember this happened back in 2018, 5 years ago. So for 5 years, these people have been in pain of losing their son. 5 years, it's like tore their families apart and having problems. And so, yeah, he needs to be gone. Like
Yes.
we have this pain, he should have this pain and get kicked out. Yeah.
However, not all family members of the those killed in the case agree that the Sehu should be deported.
So there are some families whose children died that are like, he shouldn't have to leave Canada. So there is both sides, I guess. Scott Thomas,
Scott Thomas, the father of the uh,
Ivan Thomas.
Ivan Thomas, 18, has the free game Sehu unknown advocated for him to remain in Canada. However, he's not surprised that it's become in insane
Increasingly,
insane likely Sahu will be deported.
yeah. So basically, this is a guy whose his child also died, his 18-year-old child, but he's like, I've forgiven said who, like he's fine, like he can stay in Canada. I forgive him. So, but he also understands. He's like, I'm not surprised they're gonna kick him out. Like he did kill 16 people, right?
And he is a person in this mind for the rest of his life. So to our family, it doesn't matter where he is, said Thomas. He said.
He's like, because he's killed these people in his brain, he's really like, he's gonna remember that forever. So his brain is already a prison. So why does it matter he's in Canada or India or wherever? It doesn't really matter. He's already kind of in prison.
Whether he is her on over in India, I think he going to the suffer with his actions and the consequences of thoughts for the rest of his life.
Yeah. So yeah, essentially saying that, hey, he's probably gonna hate himself for his whole life because of what he did. That was not not very good.
Not very good. Oh.
I guess is there big, like, has there any big news of like crashes in China, or is that more of a rare thing because you use high speed rail, or I
What
don't
is what is the good? I don't know understand this.
know. Well, the guy crashed the big truck, right? So is that
Oh,
common? It like the big uh here truck Canada. Like when we say truck, I'm talking about like huge.
huge truck. Truck.
Yeah,
A lot of meanings.
we're
I say
we're
car.
talking about this, like
Oh,
these ones, the big one.
oh,
Yeah.
car. Yeah,
So
in
this one hit a bus, right? So is that common because of ice and stuff? Sadly, it is kind of common in Canada
in
for
Canada,
crashes,
the list
but
the very high the salary. In
oh yeah,
Canada, yeah,
like 100,000 a year, 150,000
more,
a year.
more.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
I
just mean like depending on like, did you just start or not? So yeah, you make like 100,000 to 200,000 depending on, yeah,
oh yeah,
your
I always look the Calgary the one Chinese person he drive the list. He said sometimes one day can get the 7,000 Canadian dollars one day.
yes, but you got to be careful with that because with truck drivers, you're only allowed to drive a certain amount of time. So if you hit that time, like, oh, I've driven my 12 hours, yes, you made 7,000 that day, but tomorrow you can't work. So you have to be like,
Yeah.
it's not like a 7,000 a day. It's more like you get 7,000 and then you don't work for 2 days and then you work again. And so it's more like 1,000 or 2,000 per day once you think about all the time off you have. But hey, that you still get tons of money and you get more time off. So like it's a win-win in my books, right? But yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's good the job. And US the same. US the list the job is very good.
uh, is it normal? Like, do you use that a lot in China, or is it more of trains in China? How does
In
it work in
China,
China?
in China lot 吧. In China pay cheap lot of people doing the list. So in China no more the salary no more high. Just in China
Okay,
very cheap.
so low salary. Okay, right now.
Okay,
Ah,
we
that's okay.
see you after lunch.
See you after lunch. Yep.
Bye.
See you soon.